We are at Ikea trying to find the best table that we can make into a board game table for cheap.
Ashton, I found the perfect one.
We actually did it though. We bought a $100 table from Ikea, put in a little bit more money for materials, then ended a couple days later with a legit board game table. So for this project, we scoured Ikea and other stores to find the best table ingredients for the price, poured in some hours at the workshop, and ended day one getting to play on a table, but made it even better through a version 3. I mean, granted, to do this, we have some experience reviewing board game tables and making multiple of our own, and quite honestly, this was not as easy as I imagined it to be.
That does not look good.
I have a few solutions in mind. Let me think for a little bit, then we'll come up with something.
But the final product was even better than I imagined, and we're keeping it. All will be explained.
No going back from this now.
If you're in the market for a board game table, why not treat yourself to today's sponsor, the Origins table? Cause this is a beefy, strong looking table with a lifetime warranty, capable of fitting just about any game we've thrown at it. With the recessed playing surface, cup holders, and even USB chargers, the Origins is a fine board gaming companion. And there's plenty of room for DIY with the table, with the empty spaces in the legs, and in the cup holders. If you want to copy us and get an Origins too, use our code SHELFSIDE at checkout for a free custom play surface worth $200.
So I made a video about the Duchess, and we got a comment saying that, you know, if you buy a $250 Ikea table and you just make these mods, it can be really good. So I've been thinking about that, and now we're actually gonna do it.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start here at Ikea, then we're moving over to the wood shop.
Yeah.
We're gonna see if we can hack and chop this thing enough
Yeah.
to be a pretty good table.
Let's go. Shelfside at Ikea. Yeah, pre-Ikea stretching.
Oh man, I'm not ready for this. Okay, so that's the table we're gonna get right there. You see the blue circle right there?
Yeah,
so we're
perfect.
gonna turn that into a board game table. Oh, this is the Jokamech. This is the one that you were talking about, Ashton.
Ah, here we go. Yeah.
The Jokamech. This is the table with the chairs, $250. But honestly, I say we go for that one. It's the same size and you can just get the table by itself. Let's do that.
Yeah, I just like the color of this more, but who cares?
It is nice. We can always stain that. The question is, how is this top part attached? If we're lucky, it's just attached through through a few bolts in these holes right there. Right, so you can see this hole and you can see that hole right there. Okay, so here's the plan right now, okay? So, oh, the problem is these side pieces. It's gonna look a little bit weird, potentially.
Okay.
So, okay, if you take a look under here, do you see in the corners, do you see the corner brackets there? So what I'm thinking of doing right now, taking a piece of plywood, slapping it on the bottom here, and just screwing it up to here.
Oh, okay.
Right? Problem is, you don't actually have a place to put your arms. I'm gonna basically just cut some kind of shitty little strips of plywood and then cover them with some nice fabric.
Honestly, pretty comfortable right now as is.
Right?
Like for $100?
Yeah,
Like $40 chairs?
Playing a board game, we're gonna be a little hunched on it, right?
Yeah.
It'd have to be a smaller game, I think, overall.
Yeah, I mean, if we're sitting across from each other, especially this way, you have a lot of space.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
This would fit a 4-player game. Well, it's a $100 table, so you take the limitations to what you get, right? It's so much easier than building your own table, too. Because you only have to cut straight lines the entire time. Yeah, let me
No, putting the card is the most fun part.
All right, okay. It's gonna be hard to do with one hand, but we're gonna see.
Oh, do you want help?
Yeah, I need some help.
Yeah, here, let me put the, gotta get the shot. Oh, it's not light.
You got this.
Okay.
It's 15 kgs apparently.
What is a table? Let's do the cool tricks before we put this on.
Yeah.
Shelf side tricks. This is why we come to Ikea.
Yeah.
Dude, this is actually really fun.
Yeah.
Why go snowboarding? Shoot, which way? There we go. This is why we come to Ikea. To screw around. All right. Day at Ikea.
Ashton's not brave enough to do this, but I am.
Oh, you rebel.
Oh, you know me. 75 is not worth it for what we're trying to do.
You're a handy person. The handy person corner.
I got hands. Is that 20 bucks? Okay, this is 20 bucks. Okay, well, let's just make sure this is bigger than the table. It might be exactly big enough, which would be a bit rough. No, it's big enough. It'll be fine. Okay, so this will basically be some play surface, either the top entirely, and we'll chop up the bottom to use something.
Okay.
We'll use this for something.
Okay, let's go, Pranav.
All right, let's do it.
I'm your cameraman for today. My name is Brian, and I don't know how to...
Okay, so we have the Ingo table that we just got from Ikea.
Pranav has unboxed it, and we're gonna assemble it and see what the heck happens. It'll be way easier than before, Pranav. Because before we had to freaking DIY everything. This is very close to my face. Pranav is the main guy.
Pranav is the main guy. You heard the man.
Just run up like this. I want it that way instead. No, I guess I could slap some. Oh yeah, because it goes. This is meant to interface with this corner mounting bracket. Do you see how right now it's kind of like centered right about halfway like that, right? We don't want that. So what we actually want is neither of these spots is enough space for us to keep a to like keep the base of the surface, like the base of the actual play surface. So what we're gonna do instead is we're gonna take these, we're gonna re-drill these holes up here. So now that we have like basically around half an inch down here, so we can lodge our play surface in here and actually drill through it on the other side. We should drill like a tiny little hole. Okay. So now we're just gonna do this except for every single side.
Is it okay that it's not flush anymore?
It's not ideal, but it's workable. In this specific context, I mean, don't drill directly into your legs. Okay, so I got 4 more screws to put into this thing. It's decently balanced. It'll be okay. We messed up a couple things here and there, but we live and we learn, right? So what we're trying to do now is trying to get this into the right spot here. And then what we want to do is take one of these threads here and then essentially just lodge it into here. And it's going to get a few threads into here and kind of lock, and that's what we want. And then now we're going to put this mounting hardware on here, put it all together, and there we go. That's our table.
Holy cow. What makes it secure?
It's because there's 2 points of mount here, and it's also up like butted up against both of those edges. Do you see how that's all together?
Yeah,
right? Like
pretty good.
Something is shaky if its joints are poorly made, but if the entire thing shakes at once, usually that just means it's not heavy enough. Here's our goal. I'm just gonna lay across this, and you guys are gonna play on top of me.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool, let's do it. Yeah.
And then we're going to inset the board that we got from Ikea into here, essentially, so that'll act as the bottom of our play surface.
I don't know if you can even hear me, I'm going to be honest.
I can actually.
Okay, I'm just going to make sure the table still's running, so take a step back. Oh, no.
It looks nasty, all the stuff
It's
flying out.
really bad.
Yeah. Ooh, that looks kind of gross.
Fits perfectly both ways. Now all we have to do is make the corners fit in there. So what I'm going to do, and this is my really, really intellectual solution, I'm going to cut off the corners. Let's go. Cool, look at that.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
sick. That's awesome. What the heck? Or it's still very secure.
Wow. Wow, that's really strong.
We're gonna take these like 16th inch spacers, we're gonna slap them underneath. Cool, that's actually perfectly flush, cool. What I'm gonna do though is I'm gonna cut them like that, run some screws through here, and then we're gonna do that the whole way around. So that way we have some support for the brace here. This actually juts out a little bit. What we're gonna do is we're gonna file that edge down.
My left or your left?
My left. Oh, okay. You done yet? Are you hot?
I think we have some time left.
We have like 2 more hours.
Okay, we have 2 more hours.
How are you
Yes.
feeling?
Not bad. It's getting cooler. The sun's setting. Pranav's hard at work. I just finished vacuuming. So it's all good. Ah, yeah. Feel good.
We have metal braces that have attached this and mounted this properly. Let's flip it over and let's see if it works.
Okay.
Ready? All right, ready? You're twisting your arm.
This is actually not that heavy. Whoa.
Oh, okay, that actually looks
Whoa.
pretty sick.
Okay.
It's pretty stable. Look at that, dude.
Look at that.
What we're gonna do is cut beams about that big, and we're just gonna butt them up against each other.
I see.
And then we're just gonna screw up into them. Right now, this is a fully functioning table.
Yeah, you want to just try putting on the topper? Just for
Sure,
fun?
yeah, let's put the topper on. So you can set up a little board game in there, and then put a topper on, and whoa, look at that. And then this is gonna be another like 3/4 inches higher. So that's gonna be the one little stick out part, but that's okay. It's not really gonna bother you too much. Okay, this is honestly a little bit taller than I'd like, which is annoying. If it was 1/2 inch, it'd be fine, but It's still a little bit taller than I'd enjoy, honestly.
Okay, that tall though.
It's not annoying by much.
I could see myself eating dinner out here, no problem.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's the goal. What we have here is called a sacrificial fence. We're gonna be trimming down those pieces that you see to the right thickness. So I'm gonna run one pass real quick right now. So now we can measure off of this, because this is exactly where the saw blade starts. We can measure off of here to there for exactly the length that we need. These are going to be our armrests on the long side. We'll cut down the corners so they don't poke you a little bit, and this should be totally fine. Internal play surface, let's grab, thank you, these two bits. So this goes right here. Our only problem right now is, let's look right here. Do you see this little gap right there? We have to find some way of filling that gap. You can try something like this guy, because that actually manages to hold it pretty well. Ikea already has these. These are to mount the actual tabletop, but we're gonna use the same slot to mount the rails. Nar. Look at this, Ashton.
It works?
No.
Ah,
Oh, it's like a 1/4 inch
I
try
see.
right there.
yeah. Oh, sand.
So the last thing we need to do. Oh, fuck. That's bigger than this. What?
What?
That's supposed to be smaller. Yeah, I guess we just trim it down.
Highly unfortunate.
I know, right? Right, I forgot this circular saw is fucking terrible.
That does not look good. Oh boy. I don't know if the sander will
You can't
fix
sand
that.
this away.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Sides, right?
Yeah, that would not wear.
This is $30 a yard, I think.
But we don't need that much. Oh no, we do.
Wait 30 seconds, but putting pressure down on this. We're not gonna get very clean edges today.
Oh yeah, look at that.
It's fine, everything's fine.
We'll test it out right now.
Yeah. Jank table.
Oh, okay.
It is more solid than the second table that I built for sure.
Each other, I guess.
La France. It's Napoleon. He's trying
Welcome back to the table suffering project. This is exactly what the devil will use to torment me in hell with. This right here is our IKEA table. We're dismantling the side rails just because I think it looks a bit too ugly for me. The alternative we've gone with is this nice, like, little beautiful piece of mahogany right here. It's just under an inch thick, and it just looks absolutely gorgeous. So this actually will look almost identical to the second board game table that I made, except this is sturdier and a lot cheaper.
So that's on there.
Yep, it's on there.
Wow.
It's like, look at that. I mean,
Wow,
Okay.
This looks so nice now.
yeah, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Look at that. Look how sexy that is.
Wow.
Right?
The price has just doubled. I mean, like the value.
The only thing that I can think about this that I was like suboptimal is the fact that like this overhang is super long, but this overhang right here is relatively short. Do you see that? That's one part that I'm like about, but also it means we have more play space this way. So that's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say that we did that on purpose.
Got it.
So these I just carved out a little bit. They're not perfect. I'm going to sand them down. And then these will fit around here, which they do. So now, if we flip this over, it is perfectly flush right there. There's a little bit of lip because the saw didn't get that perfectly, but it'll all get fixed in post, so it's okay.
What?
Huh? Right, Ashton?
Wait, what?
Right, Ashton? You're gonna fix that in editing, right?
No. It's like I'm at the dentist.
Yeah, I'm gonna do
Yeah.
this to your teeth next, Ashton.
All right, let's test it.
Okay. Oh fuck.
Shit. Pranav.
So we're about 2 inches off.
Pranav.
There are solutions to this. I'm trying to think of them.
We forgot to account for the topper. We don't have what?
We don't have enough.
I see.
That's unfortunate. I know, so close to being perfect. It's fine. It's fine. It's just a design feature, you know.
Yeah, why don't you just cut that in half?
Cut that in half this way, maybe.
Yeah.
And then separate it, and then put like one in between. Put this in between, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, because they're rounded right now, right?
One mahogany strip in the center.
That actually looks kind of cool. That actually is pretty smart. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Okay. We actually intended to do that this entire time. It's crazy, isn't it? What we're gonna do is we're gonna cut the topper in half, and then we're gonna put a little wood accent for it.
What is this doing?
This is our wood accent.
Oh. This is the true DIY now, because this IKEA wood, this came as one piece, and now we're cutting it in half.
Yeah. I came, I saw, I messed up. Ready? No going back from this now. Cool. These two are now the same length. We're gonna chop a bunch of 1-inch strips off of them. What's 2.75 by 3? What's 15/16? Okay, perfect. Look at that. This mahogany is a bit thicker than the pine here. It's like a good 1/4 inch raised, I think. So it'll be annoying for big board games, I think, though. Measure a few times, cut a few times, do whatever you want, really. This is all for Ashton's sake, really. So if you're gonna blame someone, I'd blame him.
Right.
So now, we have pieces that are flush here, at least for the most part. They're a little bit proud, but that's okay. This is a sandable amount. Outside of sanding and lacquer, we are done. Together, it's actually pretty convenient to carry. Yep. That's a decent topper system right there.
What do you do to gather water action?
Yeah,
you're on. We're both off. Okay,
ready?
And go. We did it.
This is the shelf side table 3.0. First table that we've made with a topper system that is relatively light. There's no proper alignment system for it outside of just use your eyes and fingers, because it does line up pretty much exactly with the edge. This pine piece and that pine board all used to be one piece together, and then we chopped it in half so that we could actually create a proper topper system. We did it at first because we messed up, and then it turns out it just happened to create a really good topper system.
A little more work, but yeah.
A little bit more work. So you can actually see on here, on this piece right here, there's a hole right there that actually went to a piece underneath. So the holes that were meant to attach this piece is what we used to attach the side rails right here. That's why they're actually relatively sturdy. You can lift the entire table off of them. They're held with like 3 pretty strong and solid bolts.
How would we weigh this? Okay. Holy. Okay. 263.8.
263.8. So that's 41 pounds. Right? 220, 22. Yeah, 41 pounds. Plus 18 for the toppers. That's 59. Just about 60 pounds total. That's pretty good. And then inside features a 2-foot by 3-foot arena, which can play a good amount of games. We played Hellapagos on here the other day. 3-inch rails right here made out of mahogany. The base is made out of pine, which we dissected out of an IKEA table. So this is a bare bones table. There's no cup holders. You actually see some of the IKEA hardware in there. I left it there because I thought it actually looks kind of cool. But this mounting hardware can be taken apart with this tool, which actually means this table packs pretty flat. You can take apart the legs, you can leave the legs in here, and then you can take the topper, put it on top, and it kind of just packs like a flat box, essentially. The actual arena here is all secured pretty well. It's made out of MDF, I think about 3/4 inch MDF, and it's bolted down underneath using a few panels.
There you go.
There's not really space for people to have stuff around, though.
We just put it on the rail, right?
Yeah, we put it on the rail.
Yeah, I mean, Catan will fit here fine, right? If this fits.
That's true. Catan will definitely fit here fine, which is
I mean, it's kind of like the gold standard, I guess, for how small you can go.
Catan will fit.
We did it. It's here. It fits like it's a ride. And it cost us $180?
Under 200.
Okay,
In total,
under
under 200.
Pranav and I are about 6 foot. He's a little over 6 foot. And
According to the doctor, I'm 5'9".
This is a kid's table. And it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, it works.
No, it's
Yeah,
actually
we're
it's
sitting here. Yeah.
surprisingly good as a
surprisingly-
board game table.
Yeah, so the crazy thing is that I'll put some footage of us playing on screen. When we were playing, I didn't even like think about it being weird.
Yeah,
that's how it
right?
was. Yeah, it's just like, oh, we're playing on like a board game table.
Because like the frame and everything was built by Ikea, I didn't have to sit down and like care about stability or anything. I knew it would be stable if I put everything together. One big thing that I think we've both learned from this is that IKEA DIY projects are a lot easier than doing things from scratch. That's definitely something that I'm going to take to heart from now on. If I'm going to build something new, I'm going to try to start with IKEA and then expand from there.
I think it's something good to aspire to, but obviously I don't think you'll be following exactly what we did.
Don't follow what we did.
And the V1 table, it works, but you just spend the extra time and just get something a little nicer. No injury, no cause to our lungs happened, of course.
We were very careful. Hey, we were very careful.
Pretty careful, yeah.
We were pretty careful.
We're pretty careful.
Ultimately, this was still a lot of work and needed the tools and experience and yada yada, but we saved a ton of cash, had some goofs, and learned a lot about the potential of IKEA. Still, the version 3 doesn't have cup holders, needs a neoprene mat, and the topper is definitely not water resistant with a gaping hole. So for our sanity, we know that you can in fact make a solid board gaming table for real cheap. Thank you IKEA for mass producing this kid's table that we make into somewhat of an adult table.
Is it waterproof?
There's a hole in the middle, Ashton. So what do you think?
But if we fill the hole.
It's water resistant.
Yeah, thank you
Alright.
to our patrons making the videos like this possible.
Please.
Yeah,
yes,
this is
thank you
pretty
very
cool.
much.
I mean, just let me know what you think about this table, how it compares to our other tables, and
Seriously though,
Yeah,
never in my
it's-
life did I think there would be more than one person that would want to watch, me fumble around building a table. Isn't that crazy?
They want to see you.
Isn't that crazy?
They want to see you. And thank you to our Mad Atlantic Cardboard right here.
Yes.
Thank you guys. Yeah, that was the $100 journey made into $200, but still pretty cheap.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Hit the subscribe button.
Let Pranav know what you think. Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't subscribe, if 1,000 people don't subscribe, Ashton will never let me stop building woodworking projects.
Yeah, I just have.
Please subscribe. I'm here against my will. Please subscribe. If you don't, he's gonna make me build a chair. Don't make